Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all okay. So today I thought we'd draw some pets because somebody asked me how to draw a doggy. So we'll start with a dog, and there are two kinds of dogs. You've got dogs with pointy ears and dogs with long floppy ears. So we'll do the pointy ears first, but we'll start by doing his nose. So his nose is like a rounded rectangle, just like we've done before in the other videos. So it's got four sides like that, and I'm going to colour it in because he's got a black nose. You can use a pencil or colouring pencils, like always. There we go, so there's his nice nose. And now we're going to give him his happy mouth. So we're going to start on this side, on the left side. We're going to go down, round and up to join the middle of the nose. So that's the left side of his mouth. And now we're going to do exactly the opposite on the other side. So we're going to go down, round and up, like that. Now I'm going to give my doggy a sticking out tongue. So I'm going to go at the bottom of the mouth. I'm going to start on this side. I'm going to go down, make a nice round fat tongue sticking out of his mouth. And on a tongue in the middle, if you look at your tongue, there's sort of a bit of a line like that. So there's his mouth. Now I'm going to give him two happy eyes, one on the left and one on the right. And now I'm going to do his face shape. So I'm going to do the top of his head quite flat. So if you draw from the left eye to the right eye above his head, that's the top of his head. And we're going to do the pointy ears first on this doggy. So I'll do his left ear first. I'm going to go out and up to sort of a point, and then I'm going to bring the line down to join that line. So I'm going to go down like that. So that's his first ear, and I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. So I'm going to go up and a bit out, stop at the point, and then we're going to go out, round and in. So down, round and in like that. Those are his little ears. I'm going to draw two triangles, one in each ear to be the inside of his ear. And then I'm going to draw his face shape. So his face shape is going to be sort of a bit like a rectangle, but we're going to go behind his tongue. So watch what we do here. From the bottom of this ear, we're going to go down, and then we're going to come in around his mouth and stop at the tongue, just like that. And then we're going to follow the face round behind the tongue. So the line would go about here. So I'm going to start from this point. I'm going to go around and up to join his other ear, just like that. Then I'm going to give him two little shoulders. So there's our happy doggy number one. And now we're going to do the other doggy with the long ears, with the floppy ears. So it's exactly the same face, but we're just going to change the outside. So I'm going to do his nose as a rounded rectangle like that and colour it in. And then I'm going to do his happy mouth. So I'm going to start here, go down, in, round and up, and then do the other side exactly the same, down, round and up. And then he's going to get a sticky out tongue as well because I think they're funny. I'm going to go down, round and up and give him the line on his tongue as well. I'm going to give him two happy eyes. Oh, and I just remembered this doggy needs eyebrows. So I'm going to do his eyebrows above his head because he's very happy. So I'm going to give this eye now two happy eyes. And now we need to think about his fluffy ears flopping down at the side of his head. So I'm going to start by doing the top of his head like we did here. So I'm going to go across from eye to eye. I'll do his eyebrows now before I forget, above his head. And now we're going to do the floppy ears. So I'm going to make them really hairy, and I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to start here, start at this line. I'm going to go out, and I'm going to do these little sort of finger shapes all the way down to make the hair, to show the hair on his ears. So I'm going to do like little fingers. So you go down, round and up, all the way down, past his tongue, well, about to the same length of his tongue actually. And then we're going to go up in a moment. But before we do that, I'm going to draw the side of his face so that we know where to stop. So from about here, level with his nose and outside from his mouth, I'm going to go down, follow the mouth round and stop at the tongue. So now I know where his face is, I can finish the ear. So I'm going to finish the ear, the hairy ear, just like that. Then I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. So first I'll start by doing his face now that we know how how tall the line needs to be. So I'm going to start outside the mouth. I'm going to go down, round and in behind the tongue. And then I'm going to do this ear on this side. So I'm going to go down and draw lots of little finger shapes. Just like that. Down, round and up. So he's got a very hairy ear. And then we're going to start to come round and join his face like that. Now, because he's very hairy, I'm going to add a few hairs on his ear. So just some little lines on his ear, just to show that he's really a hairy doggy. Doesn't matter where they go, anywhere is okay. Just to show that he's a very, very fluffy, hairy dog. So I wonder if you have a doggy, which kind of doggy you have. Have you got a pointy-eared doggy or a floppy-eared doggy? So now we're going to do a cat. We've done a cat before, but I'll show you again. So a cat has like an eye-shaped head. So like a human eye-shaped head. So we go up and round and back down. So it's like a little hill. And then we're going to do exactly the opposite on the other side. So we're going to go down, round and up. Can you see that's like an eye shape? So if you drew a circle in the middle, that would be like a human eye. So we're going to give the cat a triangle nose in the middle of his head and a happy mouth like the doggies. So down, round and up, and the same on the other side, like that. And we're going to give him two happy eyes, one on that side and one on his right side. Going to give him a triangle ear here and a triangle ear there. Two happy eyebrows, and he needs some whiskers, so I'm going to give him 3 hairs on each side coming from the middle of his face. So 1, 2, 3. And the same on the other side. 1, 2, 3. We can give him some shoulders now as well. So there's our little cat. Now let's draw, what should we do? A hamster. So hamsters stuff their cheeks with lots of food, which is a bit like us at the moment in self-isolation. So we're going to start with his little nose, a bit like that, like a little V. And then we're going to give him a happy mouth, like these ones. So a little happy mouth. So hamsters are quite small, so we're going to do him quite small. And then hamsters have big, beady eyes, like that. Big, black, beady eyes. And they have 2 little ears, one on that side and one on this side. They have little eyebrows. Well, they don't really, but they do in my drawings. And then we're going to give him some fluffy hair at the top to join his ears. Bit like that. And now we need to think about his cheeks, because he's got lots of food in his cheeks. So I'm going to go out like a circle and finish just under his happy mouth. So I'm going to give him lots of fluff. And then come in like that and do exactly the same on the other side. Up and around to show that he's really hairy. And we're going to give him 3 whiskers, just like the cat. And 3 on the other side. And then we're going to give him little feet underneath. So we're going to give him 4 fingers, like that. And the same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And I'm going to do just a little line on the inside of his ears. So there's our happy hamster full of food. Now I'm going to do a guinea pig over here. So guinea pigs are a bit like hamsters, but they're bigger, also very fluffy. So we're going to do a V-shaped nose, like that. A little happy mouth on that side, same on the other side. Just going to sort his nose out. Then I'm going to give him 2 little round eyes, like that. 2 little eyebrows. Now, guinea pigs' ears are a bit more on the side of their heads. They've got quite big ears in proportion to their face. So I'm going to do this ear first. Like that. I'm going to do the inside of his ear. And then I'm going to do exactly the same on this side. So I'm going to go a bit away from his eye. Same height as that ear. I'm going to go out, round and in. And then draw the inside of his ear. Now, guinea pigs' heads at the top, they're a bit like a point, but they're very fluffy as well. So I'm going to do lots of little hairs like this and go up and then join on the other side. And then I'm going to do his body like that. So it goes a bit round and in and up, like a little square he is, but with a pointy head. So I'm going to make him really fluffy, like the doggy, with these little sort of hairy fingers plopping out. And I'm going to do the bottom, and I'm going to go round and up like that. He looks very silly. I like him. So I'm going to give him a little chin, a little hairy chin like that. And the guinea pig has a nice pattern on his nose. So he has, normally a guinea pig has sort of a white nose. So to show that, I'm going to do a triangle like that out from his nose. And we're going to give him 2 little feet at the bottom with 4 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the same on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to draw lots of little hairs on him to show that he's really fluffy. So like the doggy, I'm just going to do lots of little lines to show his hair. Doesn't matter where they can go in any order. You can do as many as you like or as few as you like. And if you wanted to colour him in, you could maybe make him brown and then leave this bit white. So that's our little guinea pig. He looks funny. So now some people have outdoor pets, and an outdoor pet example is a tortoise. So a tortoise has a round head like this. So do a circle. Doesn't matter if it's not a perfect circle. And then he has this pointy nose. So in the middle, it comes down to a point. So we're going to start about here on the left-hand side. We're going to go into the middle and down. And the same on the other side, but the opposite shape. So we're going to go up and out. So that makes like his pointy nose. I'll give him 2 nose holes, like that. And 2 happy eyes. 1 there and 1 there. And now I'm going to do some dots on his head because they have nice patterns on their skin. So like that. Now we can think about his shell. So a tortoise has a big shell to protect him, a bit like a house. So I'm going to go out from the side of his face, like that. And then I'm going to go around over here. So around his head, up and around and down. And come back in to join his head. And then I'm going to think about his feet. So they're like little rectangles popping out below his shell. So I'm going to do this one here. That's his left foot. Then I'm going to do this one over this side. And then I'm going to give him some claws because they have quite sharp little claws. So I'm going to do some little triangles. I'm going to do 4 on each foot, just like that. The same on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And these same dots that he has on his head, he's got on his feet as well. So he's got these really nice textures on his skin. And the best part about a tortoise is that he's got an amazing pattern on his shell. So I'm going to do a border for the bottom of his shell first, just following the line that we did before, like that. And then each tortoise is different and they each have a different pattern. So you can do whatever pattern you like on his shell. I'm going to do these sort of square shapes. Well, they're all sorts of different shapes actually. Just making them by drawing different lines. But you could do any pattern. You could do zigzags or a flower pattern because each tortoise is completely different. Like we humans are all very different. We have different hair, different eye colours. So there's our little tortoise. He looks very happy. Now we're going to draw a mouse. So we've drawn a mouse before, but we're going to do a standing mouse this time. So we're going to give him a little nose, a little round nose. It's going to be the start of our mouse. 2 little happy eyes just above his nose. And a happy smile, like that. Now, a mouse has really big ears, doesn't he? So we're going to do a circle, but I'm not going to join it. I'm going to do it like that. Just leave a little gap. And I'm going to do the inside of his ear, like that. Now I'm going to do exactly the same on this side. So a big circle, but don't join it. And the inside of his ear. Then I'm going to give him a little head. So across here, I'm going to give him a head, but then a few hairs across like that. Now a mouse has quite a pointy face. So I'm going to draw that from front on. It's difficult to show the point, obviously. But I'm going to go down to a bit of a point and then come up like that. And then we're going to give him a nice fat body, a nice round body, because he's eaten lots of food. He's a happy mouse. So I'm going to give him a bit of hair there. Give him a round belly. Go round and up and join the ear. I'm going to give him 2 little eyebrows. And I'm going to make him so that he's holding his hands in front of his body. So we're going to go down, give him a little paw, and up. So that's one arm. And then I'm going to do this arm on this side. He's holding his little hands in front of his face. And I'm going to do his little feet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've just realised why he looks a bit silly. So really, his nose should be at the tip down here. We've made him look a bit silly, but that's okay. I'll show you how to draw him properly here. We'll do another one. So do his little tail, like that, like an S. So let's do a mouse face that's a bit better than that one, because that's rubbish and that's my fault. So we're going to do his big ears again. Big circle like that. Draw the inside of his ear. The other ear on this side, big ear on the inside. Go draw the top of his head with a few hairs. And now, this is where I went wrong. So we're going to, the face shape is okay. We're going to come down to a bit of a point and then go up. And then the nose should go at the tip of his face. That's better, isn't it? So instead of starting all over again and doing it perfectly for you, I wanted to show you actually that it's okay to make mistakes. It's fine. You can just draw it again. Nobody's perfect. We're not robots. I'm going to do his eyes like that. Give him some eyebrows. That's better, isn't it? Then I'll give him some whiskers coming out of his nose. So 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. That looks more like a mouse. And then if you wanted to give him his body, you could. So give him a nice fat body like that. And we could do his little feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this little foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. His little tail. And I'm going to make him wave. He's going to wave to you. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's saying, hello, thank you for drawing me. And I'm going to put his other little paw there. There we go. He looks silly. He's cool. So there you go. There are some different pets. Let me know if you've got any different pets to this, because I know some people have tarantulas and stick insects and snakes and all sorts. Let me know how you get on. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.